Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through Day the Crypto News and Analysis, and I hope everybody is having a great Tuesday. Let me know how your guys' days are going down in the comments below. But with that being said, today we're going to be talking about XRP and also XLM. I think that these two have a bright future, and I just want to quickly regard the fact that any sort of price movement or price targets that I mentioned in this video are not based on what I'm telling you guys. I will tell you guys my personal end goals when I do talk about them, of course, in this video. But with that being said, let's sit back, relax, and before we fully jump into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could please leave a like on this video. It does greatly matter to the channel for its growth, as well as, I do greatly appreciate it. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and turning notifications on, as it does help the channel grow immensely. Now, with Bitcoin kind of making its moves, we're kind of watching Bitcoin very closely here, as we do see, Ethereum actually outperforming Bitcoin on the 24 and also even the 7-day span. And we are also seeing Bitcoin dominance dropping a little bit, while most altcoins are kind of turning green across the board. Now, with this, of course, in mind, we're watching XRP and XLM closely. XLM, or Stellar, has not been making too many moves. Honestly, it's sitting flat about 1% up, while XRP is sitting at around 2.61%. So not too much movement across the board for those two assets, but on the 24-hour span, we are seeing some altcoins making some crazy moves in terms of the 20% plus moves, which is very exciting to see. We also see XDC up almost 9%, which is fairly interesting to say the least, because it hasn't been making too strong of moves. But I'm very excited for the future of this market. As we do know, we're ranging to have possibly a wave 3 on Bitcoin, finishing up the wave 4 currently on Bitcoin. So there's a lot of things to really kind of watch for right now, because we could be still in a wave 3 or a wave 4 on Bitcoin. Of course, we're not validated or invalidated on those just yet, so we have to wait to see what happens in the coming weeks to possibly even months. So with that being said, before we fully jump into this video, I just want to let you guys know the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack is still on sale until this Friday only. I extended it just a little bit more. I will possibly be doing a Black Friday sale this weekend for 50% off, so definitely keep a close eye out on that, as we do kind of range into the later days of this week. Now, of course, you guys are not obligated to purchase anything on this website. Of course, if you guys do want to get some extra content that is 100% free and very valuable, join the free Discord down in the description below, where I do have my buy alerts, my sell alerts, and so much more included in the Discord. But with that being said, let's move on. So obviously, this SEC lawsuit has been a big problem for XRP holders as well as Ripple. Now, I know my personal agenda on this SEC lawsuit is just that it's all kind of regurgitated nonsense. I don't think that there's really too much base point behind the SEC case, and of course, I'm not the only one. The entire XRP community has been fighting this SEC lawsuit pretty much alongside Ripple this entire time, and we are ranging to have almost the 1-year anniversary since this lawsuit was brought in. So I'm hoping to see some sort of announcement coming from this, or some sort of bullish sort of idea coming from a possible settlement happening very soon. And we do see a Ripple seeing good progress in SEC case over XRP, outcome expected next year. So with this in mind, this is coming from CNBC, just so you guys know, we're seeing Ripple is making good progress in its legal feud with the U.S. SEC. CEO Brad Garlinghouse said Garlinghouse expects the case will likely reach a conclusion next year. So obviously next year possibly is going to be the big key here. We do see here the SEC alleges Ripple and its executives sold $1.3 billion worth of the cryptocurrency XRP in an unregistered securities offering. Now, I just want you guys to understand, because I know that there's going to be a lot of comments on this video saying, oh, wow, so we're going to miss the bull run. It's going to happen next year. I just want you guys to understand, next year, that could be quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4 of 2022. We don't know specifically when this is actually going to happen, but I will say this. If Bitcoin could breach into a lengthening cycle, which I know is not likely, I know it is an unlikely sort of idea, but if we do breach that, we could see most altcoins like XRP pretty much running until quarter 2 of 2022, because we know that XRP and XLM both are OG laggard assets that will pretty much run last. And if they are going to run last in an extended cycle, we could expect possibly a topping point in even April. So we obviously have to watch for the market to see that, but this would also be very bullish for us if we do have that conclusion in quarter 1 of 2022, where we do see, an XRP major run happening in that point of time, right? Now, here is the video of him saying, Brad Garlinghouse, by the way, saying that the SEC case has been making good progress for Ripple. And listen closely. Let me turn this down just a little bit. I don't know if... There we go. Oh, 1 second. I just noticed that the audio is muted. So 1 second. Here we go. Let me go back.
Pretty good progress, despite a slow-moving judicial process in the federal courts. Clearly we're seeing good questions asked by the judge, and I think the judge realizes this is not just about Ripple. This will have broader implications, and I think that's a very good thing. I'm hopeful that certainly in 2022 there'll be closure here. But look, I think seeing countries like the UAE provide leadership, I mentioned Japan and Singapore and Switzerland, ultimately we need those things on a global basis. And if you look at the macro trend line for crypto regulation globally, you're seeing it's moving very much in a positive direction. That's not to say there are countries like, say, China or India that have at times stepped back and had concerns, but in general, the direction of travel is very positive.
And essentially what he's saying is that this entire SEC case isn't just about XRP with the SEC. It is about so much more. It's about pretty much everything, okay? And when we're talking about this, we're also talking about innovation happening around the world. In fact, he's even discussing the fact that, when we're talking about, crypto adoption and crypto regulations, around the world, especially in Singapore and, Switzerland and stuff like that, crypto is being adopted and accepted at a massive rate. It's growing and growing in demand. And here's the US stifling innovation. They're pretty much falling behind in the race to, digitization. So obviously that is a problem, and that's essentially what he's talking about here. Now, we also talk about XLM a lot on this channel, and I'm just going to say right now, these are not my price targets at all. In fact, my XRP price targets by the end of this bull run are $10 to $15. My price targets for XLM are around $3 to $5, somewhere in that base point there. Now, of course, we're seeing who's ready for a $14 XLM because it's happening whether you like it or not. Now, I don't believe that a $14 XLM is in the books just yet. Like I said, I'm more so conservative on this, so I'd love to be wrong. I'm just expecting possibly a 10x to somewhere around the $5 range. And of course, we do see here AXS rose from 50 cents to 180ish. Neo rose from 8 cents to $200. Are you telling me that XLM with all of its utility cannot reach $14? And we're not in a utility-driven market yet, so we can't go off of utility alone. But of course, like I said, I'd love to be wrong. I'm just saying, in terms of a massive cup and handle on XLM and also XRP, it is possible that we could have some major high targets met, but the bull run is pretty much running out of time here unless we do have that lengthened cycle. Now, we also see here, boom, XRP retweet. Regulations for crypto is coming faster than we thought. We'll soon be hearing testimony from crypto CEOs in front of the House Financial Services Committee. This is going to happen on the 8th of December. Of course, we do see here the committee will be discussing stablecoins, DeFi, social media influence, use cases, gas fees, and climate issues in crypto. If you know Ripple's tech, you know that XRP is positioned right. And of course, the same goes for XLM. We're talking about ISO 222 coming in 2022, of course. This is going to be pretty big. So when we're talking about this, XLM also holds a pretty big name in the game for regulations, and once regulations are in place, I think XRP, XLM, and a few other assets are going to pretty much prosper ahead of the game for a lot of other crypto assets in the space as well. So I'm very excited for this. And we also see here how XLM could potentially do a fat 25x, 2500%. Just a scenario, if it gets hammered down here, similar to November 19th, 2018, and the major supports break, there's a change to go to 13 cents. Very strong support. A breakout of a cup and handle could send it to $3, and that is a 25x. Now, of course, I don't think that we're coming down anywhere, pretty much between the level that we're at. That's not going to happen, but I will say this, I think a $3 to $5 XLM is very possible. Overall, I think that we're already at the oversold levels on a lot of altcoins. Within the market, I don't think that there's too much downside potential here. If anything, Bitcoin was going to go to 53K. That was the pretty much bottom stage, but it looks like we pretty much bounced off of the double bounced off of the bottom support at about 55.6K. It looks like we are holding that level fairly strong, as you guys do see down here, which allows me to think hey, we could see some more upside potential here, but we need to break over about like 58.8K, somewhere in that base point. About 58 to 59K would be a strong selling point for us to actually have some higher evaluations met for Bitcoin. And of course, I think that we will get there. Now, we also see here, well, this just happened, the first ever Vera Standards carbon offset issued on Stellar Org Network. Thank you, Vera, Stellar Carbon, and the Shipibo Kanibo. I hope that I said that right. But anyways, this is pretty big, and I think that when we're talking about the ecosystem for Stellar and even XRP, well, I should say Ripple more so, are growing day by day. In fact, even with XRP, we did see the XRP ledger launch the negative UNL amendment, which reduces the XRP ledger's vulnerability to halting without any sacrifice in decentralization. I think that this is great to see. I think a lot of these ecosystems are growing day by day. I love to see ecosystemal growth, especially on a lot of these assets, and XLM and XRP probably have the most ecosystem growth compared to a lot of other altcoins in this space. So I'm very excited for that. Now, we also seen Stellar USDC is now live on Fireblocks HQ with support for more Stellar-based assets to come next year. Partnerships like this enable greater adoption of Stellar USDC by institutions and provide more ways for wallets and partners to build on Stellar. Now, I just said today that we did see XRP be, I should say the XRP ledger be confirmed for CBDCs to be built on. And this is confirmation that we're going to be seeing a lot more institutions pretty much adopting Stellar USDC for retail use, as well as more P2P payments. This is confirmation of that, and this is also great because this solidifies the idea that Stellar is used for retail and P2P purposes, and of course XRP is being used for more B2B purposes with cross-border payments within the financial scene, financial institutional scene, I should say, and of course it is pretty much backing the idea that it is a banking coin, if you will. And I know a lot of people have a problem with that, but that's the base point behind it, and I think that that is also great to see because it confirms the idea on why we are holding XRP and XLM, because these are two great assets to really hold within this space. We actually see a Rabbit Wallet introduces RBT token on Stellar. Again, like I said, the ecosystem is growing day by day, and I think that this is incredible for adoption and for more use cases. We actually see here one token, 4 use cases. So, more utility is being brought to the space for Stellar, and we are also seeing more utility being brought to even XRP with the liquidity bridge and stuff like that. So a lot of things are happening behind the closed doors, and we even see here, I'm attracted to ecosystems and cryptocurrencies. They look really cool, and that is the truth. Ecosystems within this space are absolutely massive. They are on fire right now. A lot of them are growing astronomically, and it's crazy to see, and that's also really good for price appreciation in the long-term span of things. I know we look at things like XRP with partnerships and we expect it to go 10x to 100x in like a matter of days, but that's not the case. These are investments. These are projects that we are investing in terms of the long-term visions and viewpoints. I know you're not going to have to wait forever to get your money back or your investment back 10x or so, because this is crypto, so things do move fast, and when they do start to move, they do, like I said, move very fast. XRP should be a clear sign of that. Same with XLM as well during the 2017-2018 cycle. I mean, here's XRP at 23 cents before it pretty much landed to about $3.40 with $3.84 being on some exchanges. Like I said, this market does move very fast. I know at the times where you least expect the price movements is when they actually do happen, and like I said, you're not going to have to wait forever to get your investment back or to make a bunch of money, but I'm just saying you should always have that long-term vision here as well, because these are assets that you are investing in. I know that you want to get rich overnight, but that's just not the case here. If you want to do that, gamble with meme coins. I do not advise you to. I'm just saying, this is not financial advice. I'm just saying these assets that you're looking at, okay, they should be treated as long-term investments because what they are building is going to take time to be implemented. It's not going to happen overnight, but of course it's going to feel like it's going to happen overnight because of how fast things do move in crypto. But with that being said, I hope that you all have a beautiful day. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. And like I said, guys, if you do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.